Welcome back, viewers at home. Today we have the distinct pleasure of speaking with an inspiring young entrepreneur who is making a remarkable impact on the education sector in Botswana and beyond. Mr. Thobo is the founder of Lion Tutoring and is dedicated to improving the lives of young Botswana through education. Now, since its inception in February 2015, Lion Tutoring has employed over 300 young people and expanded into South Africa with plans to reach even more countries in the SADC region. Good evening, Mr. Thobo, and welcome to INX Prime.
Thank you, Gyalebo.
Now, we have understood the reasons and inspirations behind you starting Lion Tutoring. I'd like for you to take us through some of, a short journey to you starting it, some of the challenges and some things that or lessons you've learned through it.
So yeah, entrepreneurship for me is something I stumbled upon. Growing up, I didn't think I was going to be an entrepreneur or providing all these jobs and everything. I just wanted to work and take care of my family, but God had other plans. And I graduated from the University of Pretoria in 2015. And I went back to Botswana and there was unemployment, the story of unemployment. So tutoring for me was something that I was doing as I was trying to apply for jobs.
Yeah.
But like I said, God had different plans and, 10 years down the line, here we are, with 300 employees and we have students in other countries, like we have online tutoring in Go, students in Brazil, Italy, here in South Africa, we have students that we're doing, in-person tutoring and online tutoring. Wow. So, I've just allowed God to take lead, take the wheel, yeah.
Now, we're seeing that you employed 300 young Botswanas and one thing about your
and South Africans,
as well, and I believe that in some of your employees are not only just graduates, but you also get retired teachers. Yeah. How are you making that work? Because sometimes when you think of retired teachers, like they're gonna sleep in the class. Do they even still remember?
Those are the best, I promise you, in terms of just the mentorship. Retired teachers bring a lot of mentorship, and I personally also learn a lot from them in terms of just guiding the way, just that experience, just having an old figure at the office, it's so amazing. And obviously they do keep in touch with syllabus changes, with my 2000, raising my 2000 is a different, us back in our days, teacher would just say this and then it goes. But with my 2000, they ask, why? Why should we do this, ma'am? And
quite interesting.
Even with them, they're learning how to, really break through to the modern day learner. And it's just a nice balance. It's a nice ecosystem.
Now, I believe that you launched an app for Lion Tutoring. Yeah. I want to know, how did this app speak to you? Because we understand that, integrating technology in whatever you're doing, entrepreneur or not, it really drives that outreach and it connects people. I want to know from you, the app for Lion Tutoring, how has it actually impacted you?
Yeah, it's impacted the parents so much that, nowadays with, South Africa being the way it is, high crime, you don't trust who's coming to your house. So with the app, we've taken all our tutors that we've vetted and we've loaded them on the app. So as a parent, if you have your own preferences, maybe you want a female tutor, maybe you want a male tutor, maybe you want a tutor who's done a certain curriculum, you are able to go onto the app and pick the same way you'd use Uber or you'd use Uber Eats, whatever you feel like eating that day, you would order that. So that's the whole logic behind it. It gives parents options. It gives students options. If you feel maybe your tutor, there's an accent you can't hear, even if it's a good tutor, but maybe you guys are just not clicking. You are able to go into the app and then change tutors, and we send the tutor to your house.
This is quite remarkable. Yeah. Now, speaking of your plans on venturing to other SADC regions, how do you plan on doing that, and what do you believe will best assist you in making this a success?
Yeah. So, not just SADC, last year, 2 years back, I was in Senegal, such a beautiful place. They have nice mangoes.
And the meat?
And the meat is also good, and the people are just so nice and loving. And other parts of the continent, Eswatini, I've been there, Lesotho, here, South Africa, Namibia. Botswana and Namibia, now you can travel without using your passport. You can just use your ID and cross the border, So there's so much prospects for our continent, for people that look like me and you, in terms of, skin, and not just, skin color, but just being African, There's such a beautiful story that as African, we can, trade with one another the same way that the Europeans do, or people in other parts of the world. So I think it's such a beautiful opportunity that we shouldn't even limit our kids, let our children be able to go cross the border, see what is there out there, even if it's working in a different country, we shouldn't limit ourselves to just say South Africa, there's so much beauty in the rest of the continent.
Now we know syllabus is never the same in different countries and different regions. Now what are your plans? Because now you're planning to break out through different countries in the continent itself, and how do you ensure that the people that you're getting in can best fulfill the needs of those individuals signing up for the tutoring?
Yeah, so the thing is, with each country, we hire tutors in that country. Okay. So people that have been taught in that syllabus, like in South Africa, you have CAPS, you have IEB, you have Cambridge here and there, and there's IB also here and there. So every country that we find ourselves setting foot in, we make sure we hire the locals, people that have learned that syllabus, people that have taught in that syllabus. So as you say, we have retired teachers, and we have also, your fresh graduates, those have a lot of fire, they understand the syllabus in depth. And now with the fourth industrial revolution, borders are open, you are learning. We have tutors in Botswana who have done IGCSE and A-levels, who are tutoring students in Brazil, in Italy, in Kenya, who are also doing the international curriculum. So it's really amazing.
Quite exciting, and it connects people throughout the continent. Yeah. That is something beautiful, even to the world at that. Now, speaking about Lion Tutoring, any future ventures coming up, projects or plans that you are seeing through the years that are yet to come, or maybe next year or even next month?
Yeah. So it's so exciting. Like, I have such an amazing team, and like every meeting we have, it's like there's so many prospects. Like so what we do is our apps, they give us data as to in which regions we need to get into. Like, we had a lot of hits in Cape Town, so many people in Cape Town were looking for tutors. So what happens is, if we don't have tutors in that region, the app will tell us that there are 50 people that downloaded your app, but there were no tutors in that region, so they uninstalled or they deleted the app. So that kind of data is what informs us to say we need to go into that region. So now we have an office in Cape Town, we have tutors in Cape Town and students in Cape Town, and we just want to take this to the rest of the world. We have a plan for London, because it's obvious we are importing the curriculum from the UK, so there's a lot of prospects there also. Canada also, and all countries that are having IGCSE, A-levels, IB, and we want to also get the South Africans to manage all of these human capital across the world.
This is quite amazing work you're doing, Mr. Thobo, and we're wishing you nothing short of the best. Any words of closing you'd like to share with our viewers at home?
Yeah, starting with you, happy Women's Month.
Oh, thank you so much.
And tomorrow also, happy Women's Day to the ladies. But yeah, and just to say, we hire 70% women.
Wow.
And that is such amazing, because it's our small impact that we're doing to lower unemployment, and 80% young people below the age of 35. So getting a tutor with us is not just helping your child, it's also helping the community.
Oh, definitely, I agree with that. But thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you, and God bless.
Viewers at home, that was Mr. Thobo sharing in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful initiative or program, if you may call it. I mean, it has an app, it interacts, it makes sure that it connects the young with the old, informing the world, connecting the world. It's doing a whole lot. Make sure that if you know that you have someone or you know someone who would like to be tutored, they must hit up Lion Tutoring. But that's where we close it for now. Let's head over to an ad break. See you when we come back.